reason this foot comes forwards is because I'm in my strongest position here. That doesn't mean you have to do it that way initially, but it is part of the movement. So if I come in from here, I've gone, boom, that might be my first part of the movement, but I need to then move into that space. Yeah? So distance dictates whether I step first or step second. Do you get what I mean? So if I come in here, I've gone, boom, here, okay? Now I've got all of this weight driving forwards. If I overturn, if I push too far through the technique, actually I'm giving Johannes back a lot of his balance and his control, and therefore potentially his power. So if he wants to turn me from here, he can quite easily. Okay? So let's do it again from this side. There you go. Boom! Here, look at his balance now. Okay, look at my position. I'm turning my waist into the strike, not away from the strike. If Johannes wants to try and push back at me here now, he's got nothing to work with. Now that's just a snapshot. These are ways we pressure test the structure. It's not something you can do when it's in free flow, but it's something you break down. We break it down into its component parts. We isolate, okay, to pressure test the structure. That's what you need to pressure test. Don't even think initially about pressure testing the whole sequence. You've got to pressure test the components, the building blocks. Because if they collapse under pressure, everything else is useless anyway. Okay? So we're going to come from here, boom, here. Now if you're lucky enough to get on his foot, that's great. Because all he has to do is fall down there and he's ruptured his ankle and his knee and he's done quite a lot of damage as he falls down. There we go from here, boom. I've got, boom, here, knee. Oh look, I've just found a low block in there as well. Okay? So we've got, boom, low block. Okay, let's do it that way. So we think of low block as chamber, strike. What we have is chamber, strike. Striking into the pubic bone, lower abdomen. Generally, again, I don't think of this as a strike into the solar plexus, purely because, again, the angle you're sliding down and it doesn't create the right follow-up distance. We can help you go, boom, boom. He's a tall guy, okay? So I want to bring him down to my height. Yeah? And then we've got, right back to what we were looking at earlier on. Let's see how the locks, as Guy was saying, come into everything that we do, because we have that contact. Okay? So we're going to come up, we're going to go hop, boom. Now this can be done in shikadachi, it can be done in zenku sadachi. I find it works best in shikadachi because I'm quite long-limbed as well. It actually gives me a better body position. It doesn't smother my technique. That also helps set me up for the throw. So when we practice our basics in class, we'll do stepping exercises to practice the stances as a drill, forwards, back, left, right, and we'll incorporate the blocks into those movements. So typically we do a rising block with a forward stance, we do a low block with the shikadachi or straddle stance, we do inner outer block with the nekarashi dachi. Okay? That doesn't mean they have to be done with those, it's just a convenient way to practice the sequences. Okay? So we're looking, here we go, boom. Don't forget the head's going that way. So why not bring it back in, boom, striking down into the pubic bone. If you like that, boom, hit with the shoulder into the head, okay? Always nice, boom, pop the knee back in. And we go, open hand techniques are great, you just start to play the drums on the head, okay? All right. So we're going to practice our low block. Okay? Yep.